The controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy. We're talking about the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy.
What is this?
Today we're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The chief minister ain't this. The chief minister that. I didn't form nothing. Nothing. All I did was continue what was trying to be discontinued. 1995, Supreme Grand Council, that is, stood up and say the proper grand body is no more. And I said, no, Joe, that won't go. No, Joe, that won't go. That won't go. And I said I would continue on. They said, well, Brother Rael, we're going to make you a supreme member of the Supreme Grand Council. I say, all is well with that idea. Well, guess what? The grand body still is. The grand body still is the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. We're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy.
What is this?
Today we're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The chief minister ain't this. The chief minister that. I didn't form nothing. Nothing. All I did was continue what was trying to be discontinued. 1995, Supreme Grand Council, that is, stood up and say the proper grand body is no more. And I said, no, Joe, that won't go. No, Joe, that won't go. That won't go. Yeah. And I said I would continue on. They said, well, Brother Rael, we're going to make you a supreme member of the Supreme Grand Council. I said, all is well with that idea. Well, guess what? The grand body still, but the grand body still is the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. We're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy.
What is this? What is this that surrounds me? Allah's loving arms. What is this upholds me? Allah's hand.
religious controversy. The religious controversy really stems from the fact, what's your religion? What's your nationality? And we as a people should understand the depth of what's your nationality, what's your religion. It goes way back before Prophet Noble Ali came. When the slaveholder beat Kula Kinte and made him Toby. When he told the Negroes on the plantation, you can't say your own name in your own language. Then he divided us from our religion, became the controversy. Since that time, we've been running around the people trying to say what our religion is on our own, like we know better. But what we actually been doing is switching from one slaveholder to another. We go from Christianity, from Judaism. The Jews sold us into slavery. They came out of Egypt, and it tells you in the Bible, in Leviticus, that they can enslave the people that came out of Egypt with them. Then if you get into Christianity say we're cursed people. From Ham, we're cursed people. Then you get into Islam, they tell you Muhammad's the last prophet. And while they hold the Quran up in there and say Allahu Akbar, they had their foot on our neck. They held us in slavery in Arabia up to 1962. Now I had some people tell me, well, Brother Roy, you know the original Arabs, they were black, they was Moors. Not to tell them you a lie. The original Arabs was not Moors. It's impossible. It's so impossible that I put up the scripture. Psalms 83 verse 6. It says the Ishmaelites on the land of the Moabites. It didn't say the Moabites on the land of the Ishmaelites. So the Ishmaelites are descendants of Ishmael, who descended of Ibrahim through Hagar. So they let you know they had to be on our land. We was never on their land. Now, as occupying authorities, they've changed the history of our people. So now we believe in order to be Islamic, we gotta speak Arabic and dye beards red, wear pants all the way up to our kneecaps and, speak Arabic. What's the difference between that and Christianity? None. Because the Christian gave you a Christian named Joe Bob.
Islam, 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 and welcome to another edition of If the Truth Be Told. As always, we invoke that universal spirit, that mighty spirit of Allah, as we first rise giving eternal praise to Allah, the only true and living God. We give high and moorish honors to our holy and divinely ordained prophet, Noble Drew Ali, as we will open up with prayer for those who are of our faith. You may join us. Those who are not, those who are just tuning in, visiting, you can hold fast. Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Allah, Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. Islam, Islam, Islam. As always, we give honor where honor is due. As we first give honors to who the prophet Noble Drew Ali gave honors to, Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, Confucius, were the divine prophets. We also give high honors to the forerunner of the prophet, Saint Marcus Saragavi, the harbinger, the John the Baptist of this era time. We give honors to his organization, the forerunner of the Moorish Science Temple America. It was called the UNIA, boasting a membership in the millions worldwide, those who were directly members and involved, and those who were in association and supporters. We give you honor. Understand the organization still functions at this hour, and they're still doing the work, so we give them honor for it. We give honors to First Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America, who is Saint Edward Miliel, as he was appointed to the position by the Holy Divine Prophet Noble Drew Ali to position of Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We give him honor for maintaining and carrying out the discharge of position to the best of his human abilities. As we declare, all men and women who would take on the part of being with Allah and supporting the Prophet of Allah, take on a part of that burden of the adversary, Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, and beast, because he is in all the crevices, corners, underneath, around the corners, above, trying to get and poke his way, trying to force his way into the congregation. But he is found out, and as usual, he is shunned just like the ass by popping him on the head. As we also give a high honors to our present-day Grand Sheikh, Sheikh of Islam here in the West, who is actually called Sheikh Dr. Ras Adiel, the Chief of Ministers, our Moorish Mahdi. And as this is the truth be told, if the truth be told, we're going to read a surah, and we're going to incite the surah, and that is Surah 30, verse 30. It says, "So set your purpose, O Muhammad, for religion as a man by nature upright. The nature is framed of Allah, in which He has created man. There is no altering the laws of Allah's creation. That is right religion, but most men know not. In other words, most men try to admix their own ideals of what the religion, what the faith is. As Allah has already set it in motion, and that there is no changing what Allah has made. Although man believes he can supersede Allah has already destined. As in that particular thought, we know that they are shown with shame on their face and disappointment, because what they do and what they plan never is successful when going against Allah, as Allah has already predestined those things which He Himself created. So again, this, if the truth be told, and those who are on, if you ask in an intelligent tone, you get a favorable reply from our mom. Now, you take it upon yourself to be cautious with what you're asking in the terms of, is it pertinent to what this lesson is, or is it just something that you want to know? But other than that, we are going to turn the meeting over to our Mahdi, Sheikh Dr. Ras Adiel, and we leave you all as we came. That's in peace, love, praise to Allah. Bismillah, 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 Almighty Islam. So,
Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Arising in perfect praise to Allah, honor to our holy prophet, Drew Ali, who is the manifest of the strength of Allah, that we all may see and know who our God is. Islam, Islam, Islam. Bismillah, Bismillah, Bismillah. Anybody on?
Yes, we have one. One of our members just checked in, and have other viewers. Person just said, love, man. Keep on, man.
Okay, Islam, listen. This is the truth be told. Mm-hmm. So, next month I'll start looking through the different websites and listen to the people, and get the questions from them, and then we'll speak on it. But do y'all have any questions for tonight? Let's talk about today's class, Sunday, where the guy's a creator, and he's asking me about eel and the eel name and stuff. And you know, this one really gets me. He's in the temple for 10 years. He's been in the temple for 10 years. Now, to show you just how deep this is, the governor had to remind me that when we met the brother, we gave him a white circle 7, our white charm, and we told him how to protect it. He went and asked his people. Well, I never know that. I never heard that before. I'm like, you asked some people that didn't teach you about the charm in the first place. Wait a minute, your people didn't teach you about your charm in the first damn place. These the same people that didn't teach you nothing. You will go ask them what I taught you. See, this is why I get along. This is why nothing has happened. Now, I taught you a lesson that works for everybody. You know, everybody, you go to the people that still shut down. Then they're going to say, aren't we supposed to be teaching? You supposed to be here. Out of my Sunday school, out of the Sunday school that the prophet raised here in 1928, the Moore Sanitarium 19, we have our Sunday school. That's just a public meeting we're talking to you about. You supposed to know what ill means from your own leadership. Is he on?
His last name is
Huh?
his last attribute he grabbed is ill.
Right, but he don't know what it means. His leader didn't teach him. But he come to ask why. He want to confirm what the teacher said? He confirm what the teacher said. Why you following somebody you not trusting what he said? That's stupid. I wouldn't follow nobody and trust what they say. That in itself is stupid. Why you follow somebody you don't trust? So that means they tell you to do something that you need to do. You won't do it because you don't trust them. You working against yourself. If the truth be told. I take no advice from people out of church. The Quran specifically say, watch out who's bringing you the message. Mm-hmm. If a liar bring you the message, I wouldn't trust it. I have to investigate 4 or 5 times. But y'all don't do that. I get calls from prisons, federal and state, in the state, outside the state. I get letters, I get phone calls, I get challenges from all across the country. And guess what? I'm still here. And nobody came and told you they whooped my butt. Nobody came and told you, yeah, we had a debate and we beat them up. Now listen, y'all following people like Tahaka. And he watch y'all paying, what, $65 to watch a program where he don't know what the hell he's talking about? When Jesus was challenged, he accepted it. When the devil told him, I give you all this, Jesus accepted that. He said, man cannot live by bread alone. When the high self made the Lord self, he asked him, where you going? These are the lessons of the hour. How many cells are there? Y'all can give me the general at 2. Then explain key 95. Is the devil made an image like this to Allah? No. He's the shadow of our lower cells with an S, which means more than one. But from key 63 to key 65, it says there ain't but 2. Even the Christians come out, I make them sit down. There's a reason why. Not only do I study, I have witnesses. This is what I'm saying. I have scriptural witnesses. The Bible says have 2 witnesses. The Jewish community say have 2 witnesses. Even Islam says have 2 witnesses to confirm what you say is true. Verification. Vetting. Y'all got people come on y'all show just so y'all can have somebody on the show. Brother say the prophet ain't perfect and he can prove y'all got him on the show as a leader. And his other brother hold him up as that leader, they grand sheep. Trump Jr. I done challenged him 15 times. I said, I come on your show, why don't you come on my show? And talk, why don't you come on the show, if the truth be told? Now I got a couple fools that want to come on. But if you're a homosexual, what we going to debate about? There's really nothing for us to debate about. And then you confess and say, huh, in the picture, if you hold a penis with a big vein in it, it wasn't yours. How you argue with that? What type of debate can you have with that? And they're trying to prove you wrong. Now, wait a minute. You a man messing with another man's penis. You trying to prove me wrong, and I'm messing with women's. That's like in the South Carolina, the APU, the Black College, they told the Europeans she couldn't come there, the governor, and now they're finna take their stuff away from them. They said they ain't giving them more grant money and stuff because they won't let the white woman come to the black college and support Trump. You know, they tell me what the Quran said. Satan will threaten you with poverty and isolation. So when I ain't getting no money, y'all isolate me, I know I'm in law. But I love you still. I trust that Allah is pleased with whatever good he can find in you. Anybody got any questions up there yet?
No, they just in Islam, amen. One person, amen. Okay.
What?
Islam, brother, said to you that I'm not the person you are talking about.
Okay, if you're not, let me say this here. You're hiding like him.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't come up here like no man and say who you are.
Creator of the universe.
Yeah, you the creator of the universe hiding behind a TV screen. No, you are who I say you are. The Lone Ranger wore a mask, but he still had 2 guns and did the right thing. Why are you hiding? I'm not hiding. So you are who I think you are. Because you hiding and giving yourself a big title. Mr. Big Penis. Mr. Ding-a-ling. So you are who I think you are. Because you're not man enough to say, oh, enough to say, hey, this is who I am. I don't go on people's website with fake names. If I'm gonna challenge, I'm gonna challenge your head up so you know it's me. I don't do drive-ups, I do walk-ups. I was famous for walking up shooting people. I didn't do no drive-bys. Hey, Joe, what? Wow. Man, I didn't know you was you, man. It's you right here, man. Uh-huh. It's the coward to have to disguise himself. The prophet said a mastermind himself. I guess you forgot that part. The prophet said a mastermind doesn't scream himself for fame or anything else. So you're not a mastermind. You're not a real dedicated Muslim because you're hiding. That's why I get a you. Because they come at me, they come up with their names. And those that don't, they cowards. Why are you hiding? You might as well put your mask on like the Ku Klux Klan and then take it off when you drive by me and say hello.
Who is challenging you?
You challenge me every time you ask a question. See, that shows you how stupid he is. First of all, you don't have to ask, you talking to me if you hiding who you are. That's a simple question. Why are you hiding who you are? You ain't the creator. Why would you call yourself something that you're not? Oh, because I don't want to look foolish. I got to give myself a big name. I remember this brother we call Barbecue Bobby. And we named him Barbecue Bobby. And so we're all in the Cook County jail. And Bobby all this time been playing like he know karate. Oh, let me see. Let's see. Islam. Okay. Islam. Okay, Islam. You call for the more scientific America. Islam. Yes.
I want to debate.
What?
I want to have a respectful debate with you.
Who are you?
Man, you know who this is. Stop playing. I want to debate you.
Yeah, how you gonna debate? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How can you debate me respectfully and you send me pictures holding penises?
I mean, you pour down your penis for a man.
Wait a minute. I'll flash on a nigga quick. I'll flash on a nigga quick. I'll flash on a nigga quick. You right. You right. But you ain't answering the question. You're not answering the question. Listen, if I held my penis, it's my penis. You held somebody else's penis.
Everybody else care. I get what you're saying. Everybody else can debate. I want to debate.
You can't debate me. Wait. All right. What qualifies you? What qualifies you?
First of all, we could go into qualifications.
No, I'm asking you, what qualifies you?
Because the fourth Supreme Grand Chief didn't even want you in office. I read the letter. Is it not a letter?
That ain't the question. That's not the question. That's not the question. That's not the question. That's not the question. You're avoiding the question. I say, what qualifies you? What qualifies you?
What qualifies me for one is I'm a Morris American Muslim and I'm a member of the ADEC chamber.
Wait a minute. Who's at that chamber?
What do you mean, who ADEC chamber?
That's what I'm asking.
You don't even have a real ADEC chamber.
Let me see. You went. I got a real ADEC chamber because you took my name. Then you go on that guy's show talk about you, Asa Sadiel?
That's not your name. Your name is Gregory.
Wait. Ain't that the name you use? Ain't that your name? Yes. That's my slave name. Say it loud. That's my slave name. I'll never hear it. You ain't answered the question yet. You haven't answered the question yet. You haven't answered the question yet. The question is, what qualifies you to debate with me? Because everybody listen. What qualifies you to debate with me? Listen, it don't make a difference. If it's one person that answers the question you ain't answered.
All right, go ahead.
What makes you qualified to debate with me?
Life works indeed.
What life work? You holding penises and stuff? That's not life from work.
I thought that's what you was into because you said you pulled your pants out.
I held. Who dick did I hold? My dick or somebody else's dick? Let's see. Who dick did I hold? Wait a minute. Question. The question. Who dick did I hold? Now the question is, what qualifies you to debate with me?
What qualifies me is I know most of your teachers.
No, you don't. You don't know. All you know is what I gave you.
No, I don't.
And what I gave you, when we met you, what I gave you made you want to join me. Wait a minute. Why did you join me then?
Because I looked up to you as my father figure.
Wait a minute. And I want a blood transfusion. Yes, sir. You're not qualified.
I would give you a blood transfusion.
You're not qualified. I made you. You ain't made nothing. I made you. All the stuff you got is from me.
Listen, I publicly said you did make me. I'll publicly admit this.
So how can you debate me?
No matter how
How can you debate me? Wait a minute. No, you ain't answering the question.
Because I gotta give you honest, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have came in Islam. I gotta give you honest. No
Question. What makes you qualified? Wait a minute. You still not answering the question. What makes you qualified to debate me?
I just told you my life works.
You ain't got no life work. Anyway, if you looked up to me as your dad, wait a minute. Hold on. Here you go. Let's take what you just said. You said I brought you into Islam. You said you looked at me as a daddy. You got my name. What can you debate with me about? What can you debate with me about then? And you just confessed everything you got from me. What I'm gonna debate with you about?
I publicly said that on public platform.
Right, but wait a minute. So what can you debate with me about? What makes you my equal?
Well, respectfully, sir, it's a few things that I just wanted to challenge. Respectfully, sir.
You can't challenge me because you don't know enough. Here you go. This is the thing.
How
This
do
is what I
you know
want.
what I know?
Because I made you. Didn't you just say I made you?
But
See, I made you. Wait, I made you. When you make something, you name it. Did you know that? Go ahead.
Do you not see how uncivil you've been? I'm giving you the ultimate respect.
How civil? You the one that called me and sent me dicks. Have I ever seen you a picture of it? Wait, here you go. Here you go. Have I ever seen you a picture? Here you go. Question. Ever seen you a picture of a dick? Did I ever send you a picture of a dick?
I didn't want to troll you back.
Okay.
I trolled you back, man. That's all it is.
You know what? I'm gonna say this here. I'm gonna say this publicly so you can hear me.
I didn't even mention you. Hold on.
Let me show you.
I didn't even mention you. You mentioned me first and disrespected me.
I ain't disrespected you. I ain't disrespect you. I didn't lie on you. I ain't disrespect you. What I lie on you about? What? What I lie on you about?
You lied on me. I'm not gonna deal with you for that.
Wait a minute. What I lie on you about? Be specific. What did I lie to you about?
Let's get to it. We all know as a man, well, I mean, in your day and age, women was different. But in this day and age, we know that women, well, females, they break up with them, they get bitter. Instead of you calling me Muslim should. Listen, I know you ain't under my administration no more, but as a Muslim.
Wait a minute. When was I ever under your administration? Wait, hold on. You just, wait a minute. I'm going to stop you because you just said I'm not under your administration. Wait a minute. What administration was I under yours?
No, I didn't say that. See how you listen to me.
No, I'm asking you because the way you said it.
You could no. All right, well, let me say it again.
Go ahead.
Just to get clear. I said as a Muslim, if nothing else.
What administration? No, you didn't say nothing about the administration. Go back to the point. Whose administration? Go ahead. Whose administration?
It ain't no civil one. I was saying by me not being under your administration anymore.
How did you get from under my administration?
I left.
No, I put you out.
That's not true. I still got the phone call and I got the original paperwork. That's not true.
You got all that because you didn't turn nothing in. Wait a minute. What did you turn in? What did you turn in?
I turned in all my paperwork.
No, you didn't because you was reading my book. You was reading from my book on that, man.
I turned in all my papers. I earned them books.
How did you earn them books?
I earned them books.
How did you earn? You didn't pay for them.
Listen,
What work you put in? Wait. Woo, you gonna give me a headache. Let's talk intelligent. I'm giving you opportunity now. I get a headache from the devil. So let's see. I made you.
Yes, sir. That is true.
I taught you what you know. You're not my equal. You a student. You still a student. No, listen. That's right. I talk about Moors like you, fake Moors.
Right?
I talk about fake Moors. I was doing that when you joined. Wait. Oh, listen. No, let me show you. You an ex-servant. What did Jesus say when Barabbas betrayed him? When Judas betrayed Jesus, what did he say? Quote that.
I never betrayed you.
You did betray me. That's why you're not here.
Brother, where's the forgiveness in your heart?
Oh, wait, no. Now, wait, hold it. We gotta stop. Let's stop for a moment. Listen, you ain't listening. I'm gonna put you off. I'm gonna cut you off. You just said, wait a minute. Listen, you just said, I didn't forgive you for you betraying. First you said I did betray you. Then you said I didn't forgive you for betraying you.
I didn't betray you.
What did you do?
Because you didn't want me to get it done. I understand.
I didn't want you what?
You didn't want. Listen.
I'm asking you what I didn't want you to do.
You didn't want me to get a job at that time because of my underlying health issues. I get that as a father. You're supposed to have my best interest. But me being married at that time.
Are you married now? Are you married now?
I am married.
To who? The same woman? To the same woman?
No, I'm happily married with children. I'm very happily married with children who are moms.
Okay. Wait a minute. I guess you gotta wonder when you're going out. When you go out with the boys, what's happening?
I couldn't hear you.
I said, when you go out with the boys, what's happening?
When I go out with the boys,
Yeah.
I work. I don't
Okay.
have a
Well, let's do it like this here. Let's do it like this here. You haven't proved, you haven't stated what qualifies you to debate with me. You haven't done that. It got to be something that you did. Wait a minute. You giving yourself, wait a minute. You just,
nobody's qualified, sir.
I didn't say that. You saying that. You saying that. That's what your lips are saying. You lying on me. I never said who wasn't qualified to sit and talk with. That's your position. That's your position. I thank you. I thank you. That's your position. Nine. Well, you're not a master teacher, so what you gonna debate with me about?
First off, sir, I wouldn't allow master teachers. It's you.
You don't know enough.
Listen.
And the law, wait a minute. And the law within me says hell no to you. Allah say no. You think Allah say yes to everything?
I didn't say he did.
Wait a minute, you just said Allah's all forgiving. Did he forgive the devil? Did he forgive the European to come out the cave? Well, you know so much about Allah, you got to be able to tell me how come Allah ain't forgave nobody?
Now he did. Listen, Prophet Noble Drive, he forgave 8% of them. The prophet said he gonna save 8%. So he had to forgive 8% of them crackers.
8% of them ain't did no crime. You ever think about that?
Okay, so
wait a minute, so he only saved those that was not wrong.
Your words was, did Allah forgive the people that came out of the caves? And he forgave 8% of them.
Wait a minute. You just said something. That 8% didn't do nothing wrong. So you don't understand what you say, you just run it off at the mouth. You stuttering. Like I said, you ain't qualified to debate with me. Now I'm gonna show you. You know you could have been. I'm gonna say this here. Before I get off the phone, I'm gonna say this here. You could have been a great one. You could have been a brother standing up that people could look up to and honor. You could have been there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But you messed up.
Yes, sir. That's why
Now, so you ain't qualified to debate with me, brother. You could have been. You know what? I looked at you before I found out all that funny stuff about you.
I will respectfully submit to that, sir.
So you could have been. Brother. You could have been one of the best Moors out there.
That's wrong, sir.
I watch you. You could have been. That's why I gave you my name. I didn't give you nobody else. I gave you my name.
That's true.
I made you part of the Saudis. And you turn around and spit on that. By your words, acts, and deeds. And then you try, wait a minute, let me finish. And then you try to tell me you can debate with me because of how your works is. Well, your works with me is foul. So how you gonna say that? Then you're gonna tell me I should forgive you? That's Satan. Satan destroyed a whole village. Then God look at me and say, please forgive me. I didn't mean to do that. But you got the matches in your hand.
Sir, but you know one thing, let me ask you this, sir, right? Respectful.
I don't have to think on it, Mo. I'm quite sure I can answer the question.
No. Sir, if Allah forgave you when you was young and you was a grand sheik and you had your fault, it's not for me to judge you and it's not for me to bring
all right, yes it is. Yes it is. That's why I'm gonna show you don't know enough. Wait a minute. Listen. You ain't listening. You ain't listening. You ain't listening.
Yes, sir.
Boys are the first one to say law governor. You judge a man by how he is in the law. You judge a man by how he is. You didn't know me back then. I told y'all. You didn't know me. So wait a minute. What happens then when Jesus said the contestants and the thieves confess? What happened?
Sir, I'm not saying that you're not right.
I'm saying.
All I'm saying is,
well, you right. I am right. I thank you.
Allah knew you. Allah, sir, I'm agreeing with you, but Allah knew you.
You know what Allah told me? You know what Allah told me? You know Allah reached down and pulled me out the mud. Mo, wait a minute. I'm gonna show you something. Wait a minute. Let me show you something. I'm gonna answer your question.
Yes, sir.
I tell everybody I was smoking crack one. I tried to quit crack on my own. I couldn't. And I heard a voice say, get right, stay right. And I ran away for 3 days. I ran away from 3 days. I got an apartment in the St. George Hotel. I come out in the morning and say, Mo, we've been looking for you and stuff. I said, Mo, I told them what happened. Then they said, you know what? We want you to be the head of our temple here. I said, okay, so it's a crackhead temple, all those in crack. Then I became a drug counselor for 3 years. I only used crack for 8 months.
Yes, sir.
Now, I'm perfected by the things I suffered. You, on the other hand, still trying to call and challenge me. I ain't calling to challenge you. You ain't even forgave yourself. You think you still a big dog. Look at the man in me. You think you a big dog that you can come and debate with me, a man that Allah and raised from the grave. To a point, listen.
Sir.
I'm going to answer your question. Listen. Shanae was my teacher. I had another brother tell me one day, he said, Sheikh, I want to be like you or Shanae. I said, you can't be like that. He said, why? Because I never crossed Shanae. I crossed myself. I never done that Mo no harm. I never crossed him in any form. When he died in 1996, we were steady talking. He was steady helping me out. You wasn't like that. Wait a minute. You steady called and trying to debate and argue with me instead of being quiet and say, hey, can you help my boy out? Can you help me out? Can you forgive me? No, but you running your mouth. You running your mouth instead of saying, I done said that, and I done said this more than one time on this show, that if you kept your mouth closed and came back, you might get back in. But no, you steady running off your mouth like you're not my equal. You're not my equal in nothing. There's brothers out there that are equal. The other brothers will call themselves supremes and grands and national. I acknowledge them as being my equal, whether we're on the same level or not. I acknowledge them as being my equal. The Quran says, those thy equal have risen you to the point of leadership. Ain't no foot soldier come argue with me. What are you? You're not a national head or nothing. I can sit with my enemies and sit with the table with them. I can sit with Brownsville Bay and pass the chicken around and be happy. Because he's my equal. You're not my equal. That's the problem. You haven't figured. You haven't figured it out yet. You haven't figured it out yet. When you figure it out, call me back. See, you have to figure it out. You could have been good, Mo. All the stuff you did is forgivable to a degree. But look at you. You called me, I know it was you calling. The last time you called, I know it was you calling. The time before that, I know you was calling. But you ain't listening. You only hear yourself. You only hear your own carnal desires. Like I said, when I had you up there in Detroit and you was on the TV show and stuff, I was proud of you.
Yes, sir.
I knew you could answer questions. I knew you had enough sense because anybody calling up there wasn't your equal. They wasn't in your peer group. They was in your peers because they had membership. There's a difference between a peer and the equal. You could have been one. Listen, you could have been one of the powers up there. But instead, you did what you did. You continue to do it. You ain't gonna get nowhere like that. But anyway, I got to get off this phone. I'm gonna tell you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I got too many other people I've been mad at that's worse than you. You have to submit to your own faults, recognize them. Like I said, I was smoking crack. I've asked Allah for day in, day out to help me get off of crack. I used to smoke in a pickle jar. I had a pickle jar for a pipe. And that day I was smoking out my pickle jar, and the voice came. I thought I was tweaking. The voice said, "Get right." I was like, "What?" And stay right. I'm like, "Get right, stay right." Am I tweaking? Somebody in the hallway. I snatched the door with my butcher knife. Wasn't nobody out there. And I kept on, and I said, "I can't take it no more." I hid my dope in my little hole in the floor and put the rug over. And I ran and went to another hotel. I went to the St. James Hotel, and I got me a front room. And for 3 days and 3 nights, I was sneaking in and sneaking. I wasn't even getting high then. When I come out of there, Mo, we went to the morgue and stuff looking for you, Mo. We thought you had OD somewhere. We're trying to find your body. I said, "No, I'm all right." And I told them that was the last day I smoked crack. I don't get high to this day. I drink a little beer. I might drink a little Morgan David wine. I might slip some beer. That's it.
Hey, Noah did. Prophet Noah did. And all I do was help.
Well, the whole thing, that's what they say.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's what they say Noah did. Same people said that, lied and said Jesus was God. So anyway, like I said, think about it, look in the mirror, contemplate your frame.
Yes, sir, I will.
You know, study yourself.
Yes, sir, I will.
All right, so I'm going to let you go. And I'm glad you called. You had an intelligent conversation because you stopped and listened. Don't let your emotions get you tricked. Don't let your lower self trick you out your higher self. So I'm going to say peace and love. Praise Allah. Praise Allah. Islam. Now, anybody else?
Just the universal person said it wasn't me.
The universal person said it wasn't him.
Yeah. He said,
He still didn't say who he is. See, this is the thing. Now, this is why I got to give this young man credit. He's steady trying. He's steady trying. I don't know what you're doing. You made yourself the creator. Next, you'll be the triple down goose creator, across the corner creator, up and down the millstone creator. But you can't say who you are. This man say his name. So I have to give him honor. What do you say?
now this other person says, why people saying Prophet Muhammad was messing with young girls.
I'm gonna mess with a young girl if I get my wife leave me. I'm gonna get me a young girl. I'm gonna get me a teenager.
And this other person says, "Are your dogs okay?"
Yeah,
Yeah, they just want to go out to take
they didn't want to go outside. You know, this is the thing. The moves of the Christians attack me all the time about, at least they were, they stopped. You know, Muhammad had sex, he was 60 years old. He had sex with a 9. I said, yo, God was a zillion years old. He had sex with Mary. What you got to say?
Shut up.
They shut up. See, this is the thing about having knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Well, you know, first of all, you don't have sex with little girls because they can't give permission. Not only will you hurt them, but they can't give you permission. Because enough. They got a brother out there now in California on trial for killing a 15-year-old because she got pregnant. And he a rapper. He been messing with her since she was 11. Do you know in every state, almost every state in this union, you can marry somebody under the age of 18? You can marry them under the age of 15. In Texas, you can marry them at 15. All you got to get is their parents' permission.
Yep. And they Christians.
Yeah, and they Christians. That's a Christian law. That ain't my law. That ain't Islamic. That's Christian. But see, they bring that up because you don't know enough. They bring that up and throw it at you because you don't know how to defend the prophet. Bring that up because they know they train your mind not to think. They reduce you not to think. It's like when you look right quick, you see something, my mind playing tricks. No, your mind ain't playing tricks on you. Your mind is trying to formulate what it saw. Mm-hmm. I remember one day Brad Obey told me, you know, you ever seen them little green, the shadows be moving? I said, maybe. He said, oh, you know, they're the jinns. I said, okay, that's what you talk. They try to figure out, they call it a jinn. I remember one day I looked out my window upstairs and I looked out, I seen this black thing. I didn't pay attention that it was from the house. It was the branches from the tree of the house. And that's what I was looking at. I didn't realize until I woke up and looked back out the window. I said, man, that's a tree branch. That's a limb. That's a couple of limbs together. I said, oh. Your mind ain't playing tricks on you. Your mind is trying to stay ahead of you. Your mind is, your eyes are meant to bring pictures to your mind. Mm-hmm. Your mind then is to decipher what your eyes have seen. Mm. So you look at something quick, you blink.
It's gone, yeah.
But ain't nobody teaching you that. These so-called divine ministers ain't teaching you that because they don't know. Brother been with the temple 10 years. I showed the brother signs and symbols. He gonna ask the people what it means. Well, I never knew that. Ooh, did you ever think they don't know nothing? They only grand sheets and stuff based on what y'all know. And y'all don't know nothing. What do you actually know? You can't break down the prophet's lessons. You can't critique what the prophet brought. But guess what you do? You run off at the mouth. You're masturbating. Verbal masturbation don't count. But what it does, it shows us that you's a damn fool. See, y'all think in them little circles, I used to see it all the time. When I was in prison, we had different classes of prisoners. They hung around with each other. Now, the prison I hung around was writers and scholars. That's how I got in contact with Jeepers. We were thinkers. We would sit at the table, write letters, and give advice. Everybody, man, you know, I'm a down. Like right now, my guy, he's still in there. He got 51 years in there. He said they smoking bug spray paper.
Oh, dried out paper.
Yeah, they dried out. Now, I'm sending letters to prison in Michigan. Michigan stopped accepting color paper. Pictures. I said, why they stop selling pictures? Come to find out, they just sprayed it with something and rolled it up where it shines. I'm like, y'all mess up everything. And the only way they knew, somebody told.
They didn't get none. Snitch.
Somebody had to tell on them. Mm-hmm. It's just like Perry, he up there finna do life without life. He come home, we took care of him. Took him places, walked him around. He got busted with $200,000. They give us a dime. I can't say he did send me $500 for my birthday 2 years ago. But he got hundreds of thousands, knowing I need money. He says, there you go, Chief, you go 50,000. I had a Mo do that here in the temple. Mo brought me $10,000 cash and $40,000 letter, money order, not a certified check. And I gave away $18,000 that to the members. And some of the same members left me. I didn't give me a dime. But I ain't gonna stop doing it. I'm doing my job because I know where I come from. And the Mo right, Allah forgave me. But I'm still under punishment because I got to repent. The repentance is every day. Repentance is not just one moment. Repentance make you humble. Well, you're not humble. No, I ain't gonna let you lie on God. I'm not gonna let you lie on the prophet. He said something, well, you poured your penis out on a brother. Yes, I did. The brother thought he was a pimp. And he hollered at me like I was a hoe. And I said, well, suck on this. Eventually, we walked down the street. I went in Walgreens to buy me some cigars. I come out, and he run up on me, and I knocked him down and finished cut his throat. And the police officer stopped me from cutting his throat downtown State and Randolph. The other brother said, I can bond out of jail. I said, fool, I'm not finna send you to no jail. Do you think I'm trying to cut your throat to send you to jail? You can't get bonded out from death. That's how no dumb niggas are. Listen, I was trying to stab him, and I said, man, leave that. It was Officer William. I'm looking at him. He said he ain't worth it. See, these two officers, when I worked for Lakeview Bank, I used to pay them to give people eviction notices.
Oh, sir. Yeah.
So they would go out and give you eviction notice because I worked for the bank. So they stopped me. I looked at William, I said, I thought it was Lee holding my arm. He said, he ain't worth it. He caught me just in time. Because that brother there, I finna cut him more than a smiley face. And he started talking. I said, brother, you wasn't finna go to no jail. You can't bond out from the morgue. You too stupid to know I'm finna cut your whole head off. Because that particular knife I had was, razor blade sharp on both edges. Well, see, people do that. You be in them little small cramped circles, and when you come out, you really think you're big, but you're not. I've been teaching and learning for 48 years. I didn't realize that I talked to the sheikh, and he said, you've been doing this 48 years. I said, yes. The first 15 years, I was a good student, kept my mouth closed. Second 15 years, I was exercising what I thought I knew. That's 30 years. I got 18 more years of being a teacher. To a fact, 1993, which ain't done but 5 years after 1988. I stopped using drugs in 1988. I did it for 8 months. In 1983, we had a unity meeting in LA. I'll never forget it. I was staying there with the brother house. And I went out and got me some Denny's, some pancakes and goody stuff. And I came back and I said, man, what's going on? They didn't have a meeting. I said, what's going on? I thought they finna say, we tired of you. You be checking the woo. And this is what they said. They said, Brother Ryan, we have decided that you are the chief of Moorish ministers here. I said, I thank you. I said, I thought y'all finna jump on me or do a Caesar. Stab me 84 times on a March eyes or something. They got to laughing. Then when I told them more, I said, I shortened it to chief minister. But the prophet never called nobody chief. I said, well, what's in this letter here? Well, the prophet told me the removal of Lomax Bay. He sent the chief head from Ohio, the chief head from Philadelphia. I already know that. Y'all talking about stuff y'all don't know. Braswell Bay ain't gonna get you smart. Braswell Bay just give you the stuff to keep your eyes on him. He got these brothers putting on blue gloves to put on something in plastic. Let me show you. And y'all go for it. Here you go. Let me just show you this. Now I got the original letter upstairs. It's handwritten. Just like this letter here is handwritten. Braswell Bay, now it's in plastic. Now check it. It's in plastic. Braswell Bay had the typed version of it, of the thing. He put it in plastic. This is the original letter from the prophet. Put on them blue gloves so you can touch it. And I'm looking at these people. Y'all, wait a minute. It's in plastic. And it's not the original letter. It's a typed letter. Governor, didn't I just have you type this out?
Yes, well, both of them.
I had you type on both of them, right?
Yes, sir.
So now they're going to be typed up, then what? I don't have you put on no damn blue gloves to put them on. And y'all went for that. That shows how stupid you is. How can you grow? Like the most said, oh, you know, brother, you be talking. I'm not talking. I'm showing you where you wrong at. I'm trying to get your mind right. That's why we can't go nowhere. Braswell Bay said, Braswell Bay is a liar. But I have to honor him because he is the head of a group of Mormons, even though he won't let me in his temple. We went there one Sunday, me and the Moles. We waited for them to go in the building to make sure they was there. Then I went and knocked on the door. Didn't nobody answer. But later on, when Roger Day and them broke away from him, the brother says on the phone, he got me on the phone. He said, Brother Rael, I was there when you was there. I said, what? He said, yeah, Braswell Bay told me to go stand at the door. And I went about seeing you. I went and told me, he said, don't open the door. Don't open the door. I wouldn't come to this temple to do nothing destructive. I wasn't trying to prove a point.
But you proved one anyway.
Yeah, I proved one anyway, bro.
So, ain't that scared of your presence? I mean, you're doing something wrong.
So I'm still making the call out from July the 20th, 25th, and 26th. We're going to have an open forum, a Moorish Islamic open forum, or Moorish forum, where we're going to discuss the issue. See, this is what I said since 1979. When I was telling everybody, you had all these Supremes. At that time, Brother Allah Hill was Supreme Grand Monterey and Advisor. I said, all of them need to sit down. All the people say they Supremes and national heads need to sit down and talk with each other. And for 5 years, watch each other. Or 3 years, 3 to 5 years. And then sit down and say, oh, you know what? You better than me at this. So you do that. I'm better than you at that. Ain't nothing wrong with saying somebody better than you at something. You want expertise on the panel. How can you have a supreme body? Ain't nobody expert. That's what I told Braswell Bay. I said, these people ain't qualified to do. These are your members. Ain't none of these brothers been in the temple 10 years. All these old sisters, they ain't never done nothing. They come in with their ready-made turbans on. I watch them come in, shake them little things out, come out the bathroom, they got ready-made turbans on. Brothers carrying their turbans, carrying their feathers and bags to come into the temple. Don't nobody know what meeting you have. Where the prophet said, you know, bring your fears to the temple. He said that for a reason, because Moors out there getting high, going in alleys, sisters wearing turbans, doing nasty stuff. But the intentions of the prophet originally was that you wore your fez. Today, these brothers wearing fezes, they sovereign this and national that. It's no wonder the more scientific America is the laughing stock of Islam. You got one prophet and 1,000 many prophets. Everybody want to take the prophet's place. Nobody want to say, you know what? I don't know as much as that brother, but I'm a better businessman. Oh, then brother, come on. Let's deal with the business. First of all, I had a brother. I bear witness for Allah. He said he just, with these people from Russia, so he just put in $44 million certificate to the bank draft or something. He called me. I'm in California. He said, Brother Rael, I just put this money. He told me the people and everything. And he said, can we work together around this money? I said, brother, I don't trust. Since I don't trust you, because he had his other brother that was teaching sovereignty in his temple. And the brother had a mansion. He had a 10-room mansion. I told him he was behind. I told him how we could get the money up in less than 6 months for him to catch up and get ahead. He listened to Braswell Bay. Pardon me. We had the prison ministry. We was working on advancing that. The feds told us that our people would have to come to the halfway out there to take drug tests. I called Cecil William McGlide. Cecil said if I give him $15 per person, he'll take. I can get a drug test. I told all the brothers, listen, y'all got to go get on welfare and get food stamps so we have food in the house. And y'all can keep your check. Now, the other guy, you ever see that movie Baby Boy, where the guy said, come and get this magnificent cake?
Yep. Cake man.
The cake man. That was from the group I was with. They messed all that up. But jealousy and envy is the Moorish problem. And because I speak on it, I'm the enemy. Think about that. That brother, Mr. C. Freeman here, I talked to him one time in my life. Only one time in my life. Sitting in Popeye's Chicken. And he jumped up and said, you boys, I said, you boys have never done nothing for black people. I said, I told you wasn't no more that you was a black man. He run out. He ain't never. He stopped teaching. He's telling everybody, I ain't teaching more science no more. Brother called me, Brother right here, C. Freeman, he ain't teaching more science. I said, he never was. I be downtown, Atlanta, Georgia, brother, man, you chase that boy at the temple. He never was in the temple. Y'all was just going for that. I had a brother come in with 35 members. Sitting right over here, and we had the tables that way. He said, Brother Ryan, what you gonna make me? I'm bringing you these brothers. What you gonna make me? I said, what do you mean? What position I'm gonna get? I said, I hope you become a good member. His name was Moxley Bay, and that brother, he was in Temple 21, but he wasn't paying no dues or nothing. At that time, I was talking to Gates Bay, and the brother come in at the restaurant I was at, and he sat down. I brought him something to eat, and he sat down. He was telling me stuff. I said, wait a minute, brother, you ain't no member of no temple. Yes, I am. So Gates Bay got this little thing where he had the little horse and buggy thing. So I called Gates Bay. Gates Bay told me he's a member of my temple. I said, when the last time he paid you dues? Oh, a couple years back. Well, how you a member of your temple, bro? The prophet said you ain't paid dues in 3 months, you not a member no more. Well, he joined my temple and got a card from me. I said, okay. Y'all ain't following the prophet's law. The prophet said, if you're not kept in line in 3 months, your name was removed from the roll call. This guy ain't paid dues in a couple of years. And he still on the guy. What it was, he didn't want him to join me. And I didn't want him to join me either. I just go downtown, we talk. I said, brother, well, Mo, why are you so hard on him, Mo? I said, he's not a Mo. I said, I watched you, brother. Sometimes when a brother be driving me home and stuff, I will see you dipping and dodging. I said, Mo, you got to clean up. Well, Mo, you just like this brother. Well, prophet forgave you. I said, Mo, I did the right thing. Allah don't forgive you because you asked for it. You got to follow up. It's like in basketball. When you shoot that ball, you got to follow it up. The coach will tell you, go get the ball just in case it don't go in. You got to follow your shot. You just don't tell Allah something and leave it there. You take it to his house. You take it to his door. You take it to God. You don't just say it and then walk away. God ain't. Like I said, I'll never forget that day. Woo, I've been trying for at least the last 3 months trying to stop using dope. I couldn't do it. I tried, I hid it in the garbage can. I went and got it back up. And that day I was smoking. I was in a room by myself. I was smoking in my room. I heard a voice say, "Get right." I said, "What?" "Stay right." I said, "What the hell going on?" You know, and I heard it a couple more times. So I pulled up my butcher knife and snatched the door. Wasn't nobody there. And I closed down, I heard it again. I peeked under the door. Wasn't nobody shadow by the door. Ain't nobody that fast run up to the 3rd floor. I said, man, I thought I was tweaking. So I ran, hid my stuff in my closet. I had the floor where I could hide stuff in and put the carpet over. And I ran, got me another room at the St. George Hotel, which is right in the corner from Gladmore Church. And I went there and I stayed 3 days and 3 nights. I snuck out only to eat. I kept on hearing that voice. And then by the end of the 3rd day, the voice was sweet. I come out of my room. I went to see the Moors. I told them what happened. They said, "Mo, we want you to be our leader." I went, turned myself in to Glide, the Eddie Frank Hill and them. It was over there. They was at Glide. And I became a member of Glide's church. I went there and I joined the Facts on Crack program. That made me a member of Glide's church because I joined their program. I didn't have my program. I joined their program. I graduated. Then Cecil gave me a job. And I had that job for 3 years. I took my wife down there. And Cecil said, "I remember you." I said, "What?" He said, "You was one of my best counselors. More of my people stayed clean than any other counselor." I went through 3 generations. Not the boast, just telling you the facts. Because it ain't gonna empower you. The facts, the truth should empower you to make you get up and do something for yourself. That's the man in the mirror. You gotta be able to look at yourself and accept the truth. Jesus had a higher self and a lower self. He never stopped saying he had a lower self. He said, "By many a cord I'm bound to my lower self." That means he can't get away from it. But he mastered it. It would stick up his ugly head, and he said, "Get behind me, Satan." Jesus said simply, he said, "A minister come to teach, not to be taught." And these brothers and sisters trying to teach me, and they don't know nothing. You been in that little circle, you jump out that little circle because you sound good in that little circle. You're not even shooting a real pistol, you got a water pistol. But anyway, Allah's God and Rael ain't. I'm just a servant. I'm a true servant of the Almighty God. I don't have to have no funny name. You know, my name is not Rastapooty. Like that brother says, Gregory Swanigan. I'm not ashamed of that name. That's what the name my mama gave me. But that ain't the name God gave me. That ain't the name my father gave me. I ain't used to argue about my name. Well, you know, and that's what you clinging to. You trying to hold me to the past. You know, I don't use diapers no more. I hope I don't have to use Pampers in 80 years. But you ain't smart enough. Y'all ain't thinking. I don't come to y'all like that. Anybody else got something to say now?
Something stupid.
What?
Yesterday was the first time I felt the love of Jesus.
Okay.
Then he come back, my ass still hurts.
Well, maybe the guy's name was Jesus.
He thought it was Jesus.
Yeah, maybe the guy he was with was Jesus, called Jesus or something. Ain't nothing. You know, the thing with it is, I love Jesus. I love him so much I recognize him being in the prophet. Know what you are. I love, that's how much I love Jesus. I got 2 witnesses too. I got really 3 witnesses. The Bible and the Quran say the Bible, Quran, and the Torah say you only need 2. I got 3. Think about that. And I understand when they talk to me. So anybody else got something to say?
No, it was just some off the wall comment.
So he met Jesus and the booty hurt. So you know he's telling the joke.
He must be a Catholic.
Yeah. He said he must be Catholic. When I met Jesus, my heart burst open in tears. Anyway, if you ain't got nothing to say, the next 5 minutes we're going to close out because it'll be 10 to 10. And I'm going to go do something. What you say, man? What you say? Oh, you chase off, but you want to get up here. No, get your booty up there. Come on, Mom. Come on. Come on, Mom. Up, Mom. Up. Precious. Come on, Precious. Come on, Precious. I'll put you up here. Come on, Precious. Come on. I got my posse up here.
The dog pound.
Yeah. The dog pound. Yeah. So I give y'all 5 minutes. Got anything you want to say? I thank Brother Esau, Mr. Esau, for calling in. I appreciate your call. What? Yeah. Yeah. You should have sent me some money instead of trying to argue with me. He's saying for 6 people on the phone. How many people it takes to tell the truth?
One.
How many people it takes to learn the truth? One. Yeah. Been doing this 48 years. The first 15 was as a student, sitting, listening, and writing down and taking notes. The next 15 was me trying to exercise what I thought I knew. After that, I got caught up. There ain't no excuses, but it had to be a reason. Look at me now. What Jesus said, you reach the lowest depth to gain the greatest height. Look at me now. People forget the lessons of the Bible. They should try to use stuff.
They pick.
Yeah, pick and choose
what they want.
Yeah. That's why they're not successful. See. Come on, man. Up, man. Up. Get your booty up there. Get up there. Get your booty up there. Got the dog pound. They say dogs are us.
They always make their meetings.
Yeah, they always making their meetings. And they bark sometimes.
They get upset.
When we say prayers, yeah.
That
What you say, man? What? Okay. What? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They let you know when the devil's around. So anyway, y'all ain't got nothing to say. Close it out, Mo.
So, Allah, bound our hearts and minds back to our ancient forefathers, divine creed and principles. We ask this in the holy name and of the 7 Elohim. Amen.
Amen.
Islam.
Bismillah. See, they say they're gonna say their prayers. They're gonna get their eighth in.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
The controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy. We're talking about the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy, the controversy.
What is this?
Today we're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The chief minister ain't this. The chief minister that. I didn't form nothing. Nothing. All I did was continue what was trying to be discontinued. 1995, Supreme Grand Council that is, stood up and say the prophet grand body is no more. And I said, no, Joe, that won't go. No, Joe, that won't go. That won't go here. I said I would continue on. They said, well, brother, right here, we're going to make you a supreme member of the Supreme Grand Council. I say, all is well with that idea. Well, guess what? The grand body still. The grand body still is the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. We're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy.
What is this?
Today we're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The chief minister ain't this. The chief minister that. I didn't form nothing. Nothing. All I did was continue what was trying to be discontinued. 1995, Supreme Grand Council that is, stood up and say the prophet grand body is no more. And I said, no, Joe, that won't go. No, Joe, that won't go. That won't go here. And I said I would continue on. They said, well, brother, right here, we're going to make you a supreme member of the Supreme Grand Council. I say, all is well with that idea. Well, guess what? The grand body still, but the grand body still is the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. We're talking about the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy, the controversy. The controversy,